Hello reptile enthusiasts, this is Luke from the YouTube channel Bucks Exotics. We're doing a review on the Exo-Terra Waterfall here. I must say it's beautifully packaged here. You've got a lovely picture of it at the front with the fogger unit involved. Lovely little chameleon. Just down here we've got the measurements. As you can see, it's 21 centimeters by 27 centimeters by 23 centimeters. Also, if you're in inches, it's 8.2 inches by 10.6 inches by 9 inches. So if we come back to the box here, you've got a nice picture of the pump which is involved, which I believe is the Waterfall. And at the top there, you can't see it quite, but it says natural waterfall integrates easily with any type of terrain, stimulates natural drinking behaviour in lizards, including chameleons. Also says it's easy to clean and it's got a fogger space involved. So let's have a look at the other side of the box. Alright, so this is the rear side of the box. As you can see, we've got all the measurements at the top here on the top. It says natural waterfall, medium, and the measurements. Along the bottom here we've got the instructions to how to put it together, including the fogger unit there. And at the top here, I can't know if you can actually see that, and that says what's all included. You've got pump included, fully enclosed water tank, made out of hard, non-porous, non-toxic resin, prevents the development of harmful bacteria, and also a special option to add the Exo-Terra fogger, which we'll come to in a later video, okay? So let's get this bad boy open and see what it's like. So before I fully open it, I just want to show you how well they're packed. As you can see here, solid with polystyrene, polythene bags. You can see the instructions and everything inside. So let's get the rest of it open. Right, so this is all the parts inside the boxing which I've just undone, bar obviously the instructions, because I've got them in my hand at the moment, as you can see here. I decided to talk you through the instructions. I actually find them really useful. We've got sort of caution, important parts. We've got water treatment parts in here, flow control, maintenance, how to clean the pump in here, even parts on the pump parts, so that's really good. Just swapping the page, we've also got caution, how not to use detergents, clean the waterfall, and how to deal with no flow, and how to add on replacements and add-ons to the actual waterfall itself. So overall, for the instructions, I'll give that 5-star straight away, okay, for the instructions, because they're really useful. So have a look at the pump itself. Right, the pump itself is this unit here. It hasn't got the attachment in, because the attachment's in the end of the air tubing under the actual waterfall itself. This is a Waterfall itself. Sadly, this particular brand of pump in my area of Britain is actually discontinued now. I can't actually buy it. So if I do want to replace this, I'll have to use a different type of pump, which I'll get to later on. As you can see here, it's got all the says how it's submersible. You've got suction cups at the bottom here. Sorry, suction cups. I said a bit of a bad word there. And also that's where the water flow goes in and it comes out there. And itself, I'm actually showing you now what it's like to actually get off. That's how simple it was. And inside, you've got how to change the flow in there. It's not actually as simple as you think. It's quite stiff. The water itself and the impeller is in there. I don't know how to actually take it apart, I'm afraid, so I don't want to break it. This is actually a proper review, so I'm doing it as it is. And also you've got protection on the actual plug itself. So that's the pump. I give the pump itself, due to the discontinuity of it, I'm going to give it 4 stars, okay? Right, so now we're on to the next part of the waterfall itself. We've got the basin, which fairly heavy. I'm not going to lie, good for an arboreal species, but if you've got something like salamanders which like to burrow and things like that, probably not the best thing to use because of how heavy it is. But for arboreal species, like Mourning geckos, Tokay geckos, even Cresteds, maybe some arboreal frogs, better kept to use. I'm actually going to try and put this top on as it is now, so you can see whether it's easy or not. Well, for me at least. And there we go. That's how simple it was. So I'm going to give that 5-star for that, because that was simple as easy as peas basically. And the guards, simple. I'll give that 5-star for assembly. Obviously I have got to put the pump in itself, which we'll do now. Disassembly, definitely 5-star for it. Easy as peas, no glue, nothing like that. And to do the pump, you literally take the nozzle and you push it in the end. Sorry for that. Done. Okay, don't know if you can see that. Done. Okay. So let's talk about it again in a little bit more. Right now I'm just going to, I know you've seen me just put it together now, I'm going to do a proper full setup now of it, just so we can see how easy it is all together. And I'm going to try and talk you through it, okay? Silicone tubing with the attachment on, the pump, pushed together. You take that, slot that into place. There's actually a little notch at the back for this. Done. Take the bottom guard, done. Take that top bit, done. Easy peas. You saw that, I just put that in, that was in space for like a minute, okay? Now let's see what it looks like running. Right guys, this is the waterfall I just set up. As you can see, the flow is pretty good on it. You can hear the trickles. This is using the Raptor flow pump. It's on about halfway flow, so it's quite a good little flow on it. A bit worried about the gaps on it, but overall look and feel of the water, it stays pretty cool. It's only been about 5 minutes running. I think this is a pretty good product so far. Looking at it, I'm going to give it about 4 stars for it. I think that looks pretty cool. I ain't worried about the little gap behind that little trickle in the middle there, but other than that, it looks pretty cool. Right, I'm going to wrap this review up now. As you can see, this is the one which is not turned on at the moment. I've got 2 which is going to be set up. I'm going to give this product, I'm going to be generous, I'm going to give it 4.5 stars, because it is not terrible, but it's not perfect. Obviously down on that is the pump being discontinued, and also the fact like the little crabs in there, I feel like a very small baby gecko maybe be able to get in there, or even a small frog. But other than that, also the weight as well, I feel like if you're going to have tropical species, maybe burrowing species or something like that, it's going to be too heavy, but I wouldn't recommend you using it anyway. And also with the Exo-Terra glass tanks, if you're going to lift it up, I know you shouldn't anyway, but if you're going to lift up the tank with this in, I feel like it's going to put pressure on the glass because it's so heavy. But other than that, 4.5 stars, well worth the buy. Thumbs up.